Okay, looks like we are live. Always takes a second though, so I like having kind of a slow start. Because yeah, it's not even showing up here on my alt account. There we go. There we go. There it is. And make sure I'm coming through loud and clear. It's always fun seeing the ads I get right at the beginning. This one is for World of Warcraft, and man, I don't know. I just have never liked the aesthetics of WoW. Um, I really feel like the longer we go with ESO, the more it just kind of like ages like fine wine. But WoW just looks, I don't know, I feel like WoW looked outdated when it came out, you know? But okay, got through one ad. And by the way, if you guys want to help me watch ads for 30 seconds, I know it's a pain, but if it is a skippable ad, if you watch it for 30 seconds, that guarantees I will get the revenue from it. So now I do that personally. Welcome to Thallium. Welcome, Hunter. Welcome, everybody else. We have a big stream today. There's a lot of new information out. And also, I just have a lot to talk about. There has been there's been some interesting stuff happening recently. Let me check my audio, make sure I'm coming through. Okay, we are good to go. So yes, welcome everyone. We are going to be looking a lot at the patch notes today. But there is other stuff to discuss as well. I'm going to start with the patch notes, but also there is an article about the PTS that I'd like to cover as well. I'm going to start with that. So let me get my stuff set up here. So actually, before I do any of this, I want to talk about I think I actually closed it out. Um, but yeah, we are not going to be covering the live stream they came out with today because it was a complete waste of time. Hush, 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 hush. It was a complete waste of time. I was really hoping that now they would start doing things, like professionally. This has got to be on the docket for this year or the next couple years. I really think these guys spend the majority of their work week at home, which is just completely unacceptable. I understand having work from home days, but I never see these guys in the office unless they absolutely have to be. And we just have another example this time around of, I mean, so Gina Bruno, it's funny. She actually has the exact same mic that I do. I just have a pop filter on mine, but that I recognize as the Elgato Wave 3, which is an excellent microphone. But the other ones, they wear these fucking gaming headsets. It's ridiculous. Like she has, I think, just the webcam that's on her computer, right? With a gaming headset. And then what's even worse is this lady. God bless her. She's the new leader of the player experience improvements, but she clearly has a webcam sitting on top of her monitor so that every time she touches her desk, it shakes. Plus, this is just like a really basic gaming headset so that's one thing. But then on top of that, everything that they talk about here was covered either where is it? In this no. In this article, right? Or within the PTS patch notes. So it was a complete waste of time. Nephalia Kira was brain farting during the stream. Yeah, there were times I was just kind of scanning through it, and there were times where she just sat there just like with a blank expression, just staring at the camera. And she'd say, "Oh, I was just thinking." Like, okay. So my perspective here is if there is no level of professionalism with the stream, then I'm not going to watch it. Like, I'm not going to subject myself to that. It's it's, uh, it's disrespectful to the players, on a couple of levels, where first of all, they're providing 0 new information. It's just a waste of time entirely, and they're getting paid for it, of course. And then on top of that, they don't even go through the effort. I mean, okay, so my setup here is not expensive. This year I'm planning to upgrade to a mirrorless camera, and those are like $600 to $800, right? For like an entry level version. I think there's a, what is it was like a Nikon or maybe it was a Sony camera. I can't remember. But did ESO Model Viewer finally come out with it? I've been refreshing all day. Thanks, Nick. Um, where is this? But yeah, like I was just saying while I try to find this is that my audio and video setup, this camera and um my microphone together cost less than $400. If you are also adding in the boom arms I have for both of them, the high quality USB cables, um like maybe it's pushing like slightly over $400. But are you seriously saying that ZOS cannot afford to supply they're working from home, okay? Like, I can kind of accept that, all right? But are we seriously saying that ZOS is so cheap, they cannot supply $400 to each person who does these dev streams to make it so that their audio and video quality is not offensive? Really? Really? Like, the camera was, like, under 250, the mic is, like, under 150. With the accessories, you might be pushing it a little bit over 400. I mean, we know they have the money for that. So then what is the excuse? It's just pathetic. There needs like just let people just do it their own way as long as they have some semblance of audio and video, it's fine. No. No, there needs to be some semblance of organization within the organization. So that it doesn't just look like total crap. Hey, Death Souls. It's on his Discord right now. Okay, thanks, Nick. Well, let me see. Do I even have Discord on my computer here? I'm not sure that I do. Do I have Discord? We're gonna find out. Open open Discord. Uh-oh, you're seeing all of the what embarrassing stuff do I have on my desktop here? Nothing that embarrassing, thankfully. You don't want to see that. We're just gonna pop that in the screenshots really quick. You guys could log into my USDA account. That would be tragic. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'm saying that my videos are way higher quality than anything that they put out. Um, you serious? Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna turn off my display capture really quick, and I'm gonna figure this out. Uh, okay, I'm gonna do the login with a QR code really quick. I always use Discord on mobile, so this is the reason for this happening. We're gonna do the QR code login. No, no, no. There we go. There we go. Rescan the QR code. Okay, I'll rescan it. Log the F in. Log in as hard as you possibly can. Okay. What's new? Why would I ever even remotely care about that? Okay. Uh, complete the steps. Yeah, I've read and I agree to your stupid rules. Okay, there we go. ESO data mine. The Gold Coast Bazaar. Okay, hang on. I'll turn my screen cap on again. Now, this is a good opportunity to invite you guys all to join the Spopes Discord as well. There's a link in the video description and also on my channel page. So why am I not seeing any pictures? Um, this is all stuff that's already in the PTS article I'm gonna get to. We're getting some skill styles. That's cool. There's gonna be an orange Herald of the Tome. But where are the pictures? Are there any pictures? Warrior Wave? Is that what we're calling it? We're not calling it Sailor Mariners of Satak anymore. We're calling it Warrior Wave. Okay. Um, where is it? Where's the where's I don't see anything. Oh wait. Are we getting some pictures here? Whoa, this looks sick. Oh, yeah, this is right up my alley. Oh, for real. Okay. Wait, is this AI? We're really getting a bunch of mounts. This looks like an ibex or something, right? With wings on him. Is this all from today? Yeah, this is all from today. It's a picture of a somebody's dog. What? Oh, this is all from today. What in the world is this? What? God save us. Okay, wait. Wait, is this gonna be a four-person mount? Wait a minute. Wait, are we gonna have four people on this mammoth? I count one, two, three, with a fourth seat back there. What? Oh, this is quite the hairstyle. Um, that looks like an as seen on TV hairstyle. I don't know. A lot of this just looks AI generated. This with these crates. I don't know. This doesn't look. This has like the creepy, weird vibe of AI. Oh snap! Oh, but look at this. This does appear to be a Radiant Apex Mammoth. All right, all right. And this looks like an Oblivion Gate from Oblivion. This recall. That's cool. I okay, and now we're not on today. Okay, okay. So getting back to today's messages. This is sick. Look at that. Okay, ESO model viewer. Now I know that the where you want to get it the very like if you want to get it before anything else, you go to the Discord. Now I know. That mammoth looks crazy. This looks crazy in a completely different way. um all right. This is the Grand Gallery of Tamriel. We already have that. This is just all that stuff put together. And that's somebody's dog. Okay. Uh, The, guys, nobody cares. But what in the crap is all this? Got we got a giant fennec fox with wings? Dude, this is like even if this isn't AI generated, it's definitely AI inspired. Like this is so weird. It looks like Navi hair. Wouldn't be shocked if it was AI. These images look like I don't want to play ESO at night. Yeah, like this is just disturbing. Like the bear and the leopard are okay, but what is going on with this? Like what? That is some low key terror fuel right there. Fennec foxes should not be that big. They should not have wings like that. This is that an ibex? Is that what that is? What is an ibex? Hang on. I feel like that's an ibex. My wife used ibex in Scrabble recently. No, it's not an ibex. That's like a mountain goat with like ridiculously OP horns. Like, look at this thing. What? How did your horns? It's like that lady with the super long nails. You know what I mean? Impala. Is that an Impala? No, it's not. It's not an Impala. It's not a gazelle, right? No, they got little baby horns. I don't. I don't know if I don't know what kind of animal that is, but I know I've seen these before. They're like one of them things, but they got them crazy horns on them. This, however, is great. I love skill styles like this. And I'm sure this is gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be hidden, right, when you put it away. That's a beaut right there. That's an absolute buy for me. And of course, I'll be doing all this in a video once all of it is out. What is this, a furnishing? A pet? It's an ice sculpture. I think it's a pet. This is gonna be one of those, mounts and pet bundles, I can already tell. Pretty cool. Ooh, another mount pet bundle. That's a warthog. That's like necrotic Pumbaa. And this is like evil Tigger. Dang, what's going on here? That's okay. Oh, this is another recall, but you got the wings on it. Cool, cool. This is also supposed to be Yokuden themed, right? Like, I'm not seeing anything Yokuden. And this is it looks like a group emote. I don't I don't know what I'm looking at here. Um, what? Is this is a promotional image for the anniversary festival? Is that what the cakes are gonna look like this year? I don't yeah, I think that's what it is. This is the cake this year for the anniversary festival, and these are the slices. Okay, I think. That's okay, that's pretty decent. And this is one of the armor styles, maybe it's the one that's coming with the crate, that'd be my guess. I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. I don't know what I think about that. Probably an emote where you twirl a dagger around. Oh, no, this is a rune gathering action with a weird old dagger. Alright. Um, dude, what are these things? It's like I guess it's like some kinda Yokuden mythic animal or something, but yeah. These are some furnishings, alright. More furnishings, bundle, and, and I think everyone's just salivating over all this stuff. This is a new, weapon style, pretty cool. It's alright. What is that a staff? Or is that a mace? What is this? I think it's a mace. Two-handed mace. A Cuda deer. Thank you, Nephalium. Okay, that animal thing was a Cuda deer. Welcome, my Greek Orthodox friend. I have no idea how to pronounce your handle, but welcome. Mm. Yeah, that was a mace. This is a staff. And then we have another style that looks Daedric inspired with some blue VFX around it. Yeah, this wasn't anything I was planning to cover, but yeah, we got the stuff here. Oh, someone who's a mutual on one of my servers is in here, so getting people to see if they want to come over to my channel. But let's Pano, yeah, okay. Let's get back to first of all, I want to see this Cuda deer. Yep, that's what it was with those crazy swirly horns. That's what it was. So we got a Cuda deer with mounts on them. With I mean with wings on them now. That's special. Okay, so now getting back into what I was talking about. The Radiant Mammoth. Yeah, that Radiant Mammoth does look cool. And I will cover all this when it comes out too. Um Probably later today, Model Viewer will come out with the full article covering all this, and then I will make a video tomorrow. Okay. So they came out, Jessica Folsom here came out with an article explaining how PTS is going to be different from now on. So we're going to cover that um, because it does have some little tidbits of good information in it. We sent out a PTS survey to get data on how players engage with it. The takeaway is that 61% of respondents have taken part in the PTS at least once. And by the way, I think probably 61% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so please do that. Please click the big red button to subscribe. Thank you. 61% have taken part in the PTS. The main reason is not understanding how to do it or it not being on console or not wanting to spoil content. 72% of respondents said they did the PTS because they want to see new content early. And about half said that they want to support the game or shape the future of it. Only 11% of respondents felt very satisfied with the PTS. More consistent dialogue is what they want, and they want bugs to be patched more quickly. I mean, who knows if it's actually going to have any impacts, but they are definitely like listening. That's pretty cool. So, sorry, I'm just trying to channel the ESO devs right now. Oh, I gotta go feed my dog really quick, and this is how I sound through my terrible microphone, and my camera's jumping up and down like this. Settle down, camera. Um, that was a legitimate Before we get into next steps, we want to tell you what we do, why we do it. Okay, whatever. This allows us to see how you engage with contents, helps us identify things that might be bugged, get feedback. But here's what they're going to do with the PTS from now on. They're going to put more boots in the ground. They're going to hire more ICE officers for the PTS. And they're all going to be very well trained to not shoot anybody in the face, even if they get run over. They're going to provide a high level summary of the main topics they're seeing from you each week. They're going to check in after the cycle concludes to see how they're doing with it. And they're exploring opportunities to put some content on the PTS well before the scheduled release to allow for longer feedback cycles, like they did with Vengeance. And then if they do that, they'll say this content is for testing and not yet confirmed for release. So they're taking a more robust approach to the PTS in general. But this is all well and good. What I found later on down the page, which is, okay, now that we're getting content released at the same time, uh, will we get the PTS on console? And Jessica gets in here and responds with some real corporate boilerplate, but let's just struggle through it. That's a great question. And one I asked as well when we first heard we were moving towards simultaneous releases on all platforms. While it's something we'd love to extend to our console players someday, it's a bit more complicated than just flipping a switch to allow console players access to the PTS server. As the PTS is built for PC, it's a separate client download, even though it uses the same patcher. That means splitting our build pipeline further, asking our console players to download an additional client. I mean, I personally would never do that. Yeah, downloading something that requires me to click at least two buttons on my PlayStation. Okay, and I only have 2 terabytes of space on my PlayStation Pro. I mean, I gotta use all that for my Fortnite captures, guys. I will refuse to delete any of the 30-minute full round captures of Fortnite from 3 years ago to make room for that. Totally valid concern here. No one would ever want to download another thing on console. It's not ideal or realistic to ask people to download something. Okay. There may be additional technical hurdles as well. I don't know. Maybe. Why would I know? I'm just in charge of this thing. Who knows? Go ask Jeeves. Go ask Jeeves if there's going to be problems with that. It's possible this is something we could revisit. It's possible. I mean, I really don't want to, but I mean, maybe when crossplay comes online in the future. Um, wow. Poopy scoopy. That's what I say to that. That is a bunch of poopy scoopy. Okay. Thank you for watching the whole ad, Hunter. Appreciate it. Thank you, Purge. And if you guys miss anything super important, there's always going to be a recap, and then the ads don't interrupt it on the recap. But I do appreciate you guys watching the ads, and I go pretty slow, so it's not like you're really going to miss anything. Yeah. So point is, we are not getting PTS on console, which is why I'm not playing that right now. And right below this, it's funny. She posts this, and someone else asks, "Are we gonna get console PTS? Can we have that, please?" But I just feel like that was important to discuss. That they are now taking a new approach to not sorry, not console PTS, just PTS in general, and it's not coming to console now. We know that for sure. And now we have the actual PTS patch notes, and this consolidates basically everything that we have learned in the last um it hasn't even been a week, has it? Their stream was on Tuesday, Wednesday last week, I forget. I've just been going hard. I've been doing a video every single day since last week. And yeah, okay, before I jump into this, before I jump, let's just talk about this for a second. Where's my thing? There we go. Meet me at camera 3. Okay. I need to vent for a minute, guys. Okay, so I have finally become famous on Reddit. Not really, but people are starting to talk about me on Reddit. Mainly because of a post that I made. So let's actually get back out of this and go look at that post really quick. This can go away. Where are we at? This just absolutely triggered the living shit out of people. I probably shouldn't have shown all my revenue and everything. Oh well, now you guys how much money I make from the channel. This just made people go gaga. So it was this post. People thought I was too handsome and they couldn't take it. I'm just kidding. Um, it was this. It was this post right here. And it was specifically this completely innocent question. Are these people retarded? And so now I have people saying, if anyone disagrees with me, I call them retarded. Now, okay, there is a difference between a question and a statement, right? But this is what has afforded me my Reddit fame is someone made a post about this, and someone else, this ridiculous hater who's been screwing with me for a while, went on Reddit, and someone was asking what content creators are out there, and so there's Spopes if you like someone who calls you retarded if you disagree, and who prays in every video. How dare you pray? Hey Blade Shark, hey welcome. Blade Shark here has some pretty impressive music he's been producing. You should link it if you can. You should check it out. But so the point is here, first of all, I was just asking if people are retarded, okay? And second, I wasn't just saying, so I am skeptical. I've been seeing what Zos is capable of the last few years. I am skeptical about these changes. I am not calling you retarded if you're skeptical. I might be calling you retarded if you're saying ESO is now more expensive because you have to pay $120 a year. If you legitimately think that, you may have a congenital or injury related retardation. Because for the first time in the history of the game, it's actually not paywalled. I just feel like that's like the elephant in the room that people are just somehow managing not to see, like the video with the people balancing the basketball and the gorilla walks through them. That's the gorilla people are just not seeing. There may be less content in some ways while they fix the game in some super impressive ways we're going to get into here in a minute. The game is actually less expensive, and the argument that there's more potential costs now. Have you ever seen a crown crate whale drop $500 on crates? There has always been massive cost. If you want to, excuse me, if you want to buy every single furnishing in the game, damn, you're out like $10,000. All right? Like, I mean, the potential cost has not improved. There are some legitimately retarded arguments about this that are just being promulgated like wildfire. That's what I'm talking about. My camera just went crazy for a second. Did you guys see that? I need to get a new camera. I really do. I need to get a mirrorless camera. But like that's what I'm talking about here. Like there's some legitimately insane shit going on here. Um but the game is actually cheaper. Um but no, it's funny because the people on Reddit were saying too, like you're platforming this guy. Let me see if I can pull up any of these posts. So let me see. Because yeah, the original person who posted it got rid of it. But there's yeah, this is this guy was just popping off on me and just being negative all the time. And so now he came here and said, if you want some weirdo who prays after every video and calls his audience retards if they don't have the same opinion, try Spopes. This stuff, I mean, I'm not even trying to just like laugh it off while I'm serious. Like it's like that meme of, you know, like this is not me right now. Okay. Like I this stuff really just doesn't, I find it entertaining, plus the fact that it does platform me. But so this guy, he deleted his original post, but for some reason it's still sticking around in all of the other language Reddit sites. But it got removed because the mod said keep grifters off our subreddit. Okay, I'm a grifter now. What? So people like, what, WTF is a spopes? I love this. This is honestly the best. It's a guy who cosplays a queer person, but is actually very God oriented and thinks the left is just pedophiles. Like I'm gonna make that into my bio on YouTube. I swear. Like that is, you sum it up perfectly. Um, oh man, and this is why they're saying that. This is why they're saying that because I rightfully said that when Blue Sky booted up as an alternative to Twitter when it got switched hands, like all the pedophiles moved to it. That doesn't mean there isn't pedo content on X, but this is like there was a Brazilian study. I'll show you. I'll show you. Brazilian Blue Sky pedophile study. Um, where is this? It was Brazilian, right? Yeah. This is from 2024, and this is okay. You know, like this is a legitimate scientific study that was done. So anyway, let's continue with this absolutely gold Reddit thread here. I think it's fine. I think I actually got on the Portuguese version here as well. Blah blah blah. Grok made a child naked. Whatever. Stop platforming the fuck. That's what. A Reddit user is an atheist? Shocking, right? Mm, interesting hour. This is great. This is great. This is great. Like this whole conspiracy theory here. Like I was just popping off with my genuine opinion, right? And this guy has put together this whole conspiracy theory around me. Attention is exactly what these people want. Like I don't mind it, but I'm not like trying to generate it. They use words to catch attention so they could monetize their notoriety. Is this working? Guys, am I monetizing my notoriety? Is it working? In this case, ignoring them would be better. There are bigger fish to fry than some random startup grifter? What the fuck? I love Reddit, dude. This has been such a goldmine of entertainment. Um, you if you use the R word, you lose all credibility. But then, okay, whoever this person is, God bless you. They got 25 downvotes. He's usually a very pleasant person. I mean, hey, guess what, guys? I am. I'm usually a very pleasant person. I am. Oh, wait, am I still? Oh, crap, crap, guys. Sorry, I was still on the main thing here. I wasn't showing you guys what I was looking at. My bad. My bad. So we're gonna do this again. We're gonna go back through this because I still have my big camera on. I'm sorry, but anyway, yeah, this is the thing where I said that Blue Sky is pedophiles. I thought I was showing you this whole time. My bad. I'm such a good grifter. I do things completely wrong, and I don't even know how to be a streamer. But you know, I'm manipulating people for notoriety. Okay, but this is a study I was talking about. This is the post I was talking about. Keep grifters of our subreddit. There's the quote about the queer cosplaying as a queer person. Mm, this is so good. But my bad for pressing the wrong button there. But this guy, God bless you, whoever you are, anonymous magcat. He's usually a very pleasant person. It's probably because there have been so many Doom posts as of late. He's attacking the haters, which honestly, we need some more of that. I contributed also to the hate posts during the Writhing Wall events, so I can't talk much about myself. But in retrospect, well, see, the Writhing Wall event really deserved our hate. They fucked it up royally. Welcome, Lavendil. Hey, they're such drama hunters. The free time they have, yeah. The Writhing Wall sucked. I was hating on it too. So people would say like, "Oh, I'm being paid by Zos," or like, no, I just actually have opinions. Like, I'm not. I don't just like believe what people tell me to believe. When I think something sucks, I say so. When I think things are good, I say so too. Um, I like the game a lot. I want it to succeed. He's probably just being passionate about something he likes. You think it's okay to call people slurs as long as you're passionate? Man, what a retard. And this guy, a lot of people are just fatigued over the Doom posting. It's a game. Go play a different one if you hate it. So many people out here there hate opinions. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird because like these people are super opinionated themselves. So that seems kind of odd to me. But anyway, just wanted to catch you guys up. Like that's exactly what I just said, Hunter. Exactly what I just said. They have insanely controversial opinions, but they can't handle it when other people do as well. And I get so much of that these days of people who just start shit with me and are just rude and upset and just try and make fun of me or bring me down. But then when I just respond in kind, like when people are just, breaking my balls or busting my balls, whatever, and I do it back, they start freaking out. And I've learned the art of not like going too far. So I just always, like keep it in the same vein of like comedy they've started. But that's what happened with this guy who started hating on me elsewhere here was that he started busting my balls and I busted them back and then he started running away crying like a baby. So anyway, I just wanted to cover that. but let's get back to the PTS. I want to cover all this. So there we go. That's what's been going on though. It's discouraging as a community to have people like that, Hunter. Yeah, I mean it is. There are a lot of them though. Okay. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 11.3.0. This PTS cycle will focus on update 49, new content coming in season 0, and general bug fixes. This introduces the night markets, a lot of player experience improvements, like a lot. A lot. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Yep, absolutely. First wave of class and combat refresh improvements. Tamriel Tomes, the Gold Coast Bazaar, which I am disappointed to learn is not an actual location in the game. It's just a new menu that'll be next to Crown Crates. So that's kind of disappointing. But whatever. What's important about the Gold Coast Bazaar is the stuff you get out of it. But of course, people are absolutely tripping out over that too. Um, yep, brief breakdown of season 0 below. But I just covered that in great detail in a video that if you guys have not seen this, I really feel like this is my magnum opus. This video, I was just inspired, man. So if you guys have not seen my guide to Tamriel Tomes, it is, in my own humble opinion, absolutely hilarious and also informative. But yeah, click on the thumbnail, Pure Evil, once we're done with the stream here, and you'll find out everything you need to know. Okay, back to this. We're mainly focusing on Dragon Knight and two-handed weapons for now. We're working on both update content and seasonal content going live during different weeks. People are already freaking out about what CrossFit would do to the economy. Deal with it. I mean, wow. Like, I mean, get over it. Uh, so what? Your things are going to be your fake video game items are going to change in value. You know, I think we'll survive. Thank you, Lion in the Pride. I really appreciated all your comments there. You got a great channel going, brother. Okay. So we're going to cover all the features, the base game changes, combat changes, and various fixes and improvements. So the night market is going to go live next week. It looks pretty cool. You're going to have these 3 different factions: Glittering Road, the Ruckus, and Thousand Eyes. And it's also going to have 3 different districts, 3 different maps, it looks like. And they're going to be bosses and challenging monsters. There's going to be races, oddities. I think in the video they showed about this, these are like the almost like carnival games, like where you're hitting spiders with flamethrowers and stuff. Skirmishes, 4-player bosses, specialized instances for 4 players, and 12-player trial encounters. So what? I am really curious about this. So it looks like the 4-player bosses, this is going to automatically group you into an instance, kind of like dungeons right now, group dungeons. But this 12-player trial encounter, am I naive for hoping that this will be Pug as well? Like it will just group 12 people together. And it's not quite as complicated as trials where you need actual communication and everything. I don't know. Probably you'll have to have a group of 12 and then do it, but that would be amazing for me because the main thing I hate about trials is, like we just covered, everyone has an asshole and everyone needs to go poop with it, you know, and I gotta go pick up my kids from school. Oh, we wiped again. I can't stay. And then you're like, okay, every guild chat I have, need, tank, V whatever. It takes like an hour, and then the dude shows up. He's like, "Hey, what's up? By the way, check me out on Twitch. And do you know about my dog? My dog has a razor blade, and he's gonna go cut up this donkey." And you're like, "Okay, great, dude. Nice." And then four more people leave, and it's like, "Wait a minute, I have to go get my baby. My baby's in the garbage disposal. Hang on, guys." And I can't do trials. I can't do it. I did a lot of raids in Destiny back in the day, Destiny 1, and that's only 6 people. Getting 12 people all together, like, oh god, it's just a pain. So, I would really like if this was just kinda random. That'd be cool. Phoenix, you watched some of the early parts of the stream. Yeah, the thing from Bethesda was a total waste of time. It was terribly done, and they covered information that's all in here. People should just come to the Spope stream instead. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't streaming then because got a laid back life, dude. I get up at 8 a.m. sometimes, but I would have had to get up like 7 and get ready and get coffee. Yeah, it's just nope. And I would have been so pissed because I would have been tired than sitting in front of these horribly grainy and jumpy images of overpaid women. I just no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You've only done fun run trials where you don't need to know the mechanics. I mean, yeah, I mean, it can happen, it can work, but it's just not my thing. And so if this was a pickup group, like if it was just like if it just automatically groups you, that would be amazing. So I don't know about that. We'll see. You can get boons that give you powerful effects. This is kind of like the Infinite Archive, which by the way was originally called the Endless Archive, but then EA threatened to sue them. What a bunch of crazy people, right? EA, like you can't have anything abbreviated EA in any video game. So now it has to be the Infinite Archive. Like, okay, cool. And then you get favor, like getting tickets at Chuck E. Cheese that you then take to your faction vendor to get goodies. How many tickets you got? Knight's Den, a new house. This house looks really cool and innovative from what they were showing. And then relics. Each district has an unlockable relic, which will allow you to press deeper into the district and explore new areas. That sounds really engaging. And there's a lot more to discover as well. Lavendule, I wish we had more short trials. In Guild Wars 2, they have strikes. It's just one boss, no trash mobs, and takes 5 to 10 minutes. For 10 people. It actually reminds me of what they have in Diablo Immortal, which last year when I got bored of normal Diablo 4, I played it for a while. And it's 4 people. But yeah, you just jump in, you kill a boss, and you're done. And it's like, it gives you the best rewards of any kind of gameplay in the game. Yeah, that'd be cool. It really does seem like they're looking at competitors and figuring out what's worked for them and then implementing it now. Now that they have Matt Fuhrer out of the picture. Okay, but this is what I find really interesting. This is my highlight of this. There are 61 achievements, 6 new titles, and 3 new dies. So this Ruckus Rust die is probably trash. The scurrying, the Thousand Eyes Ichor is also probably trash. This is probably some like basic orange. This is probably some basic greenish color. But check this out. You get a title, Priceless, but then you also get a glittering gold die. We do not have enough gold dies in the game. Not by a long shot. I would love this. So I know for sure I am going with the gold faction. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, glittering gold. That's what I'm going with because I absolutely need this die. I need a new gold die. Glittering gold. That sounds to me right. Like it's going to be shiny and gold. Yeah, exactly. Nifalium, right up my alley. Right up my alley. 100%. Yep, to match my lion. You guys get it. 100%. That is what I'm doing. There's a few more titles too, but I don't really care. We're gonna get some mementos. I don't know, man. Like the only mementos I like are the ones that take like a second to activate and then they stay on your character for a really long time. You can run around. I just don't really care about mementos anymore. Otherwise, there are a few that are cool, but meh, meh. Furnishings, you're gonna get busts and trophies because the night market is basically everyone's saying there's no dungeon. Again, reading comprehension. This is a dungeon, and guess what you're going to get from it, and probably from these other bosses. There are new monster sets. Okay, we're going to get to that. It's down the page a ways. There are going to be new monster sets. Stop crying about there being no new dungeons. There are. This is also how you're going to get the Dragon Knight skill styles, the blue ones. I'm assuming, and you just get there by going to Eastern. What? Navigate to Eastern Fargrave or use the new icon on the Fargrave map. Okay, so that's how you get there. Gold and black all the way. You don't really care for mementos, Nifalium. Yeah, there's a couple I like, but generally there's kind of annoying. Okay. Tamriel Tomes. So we're going to get a taste of this on the 27th. And of course, as you guys know, if you've watched my video, Tamriel Tomes are way more evil than Hitler, Stalin, Pol Pot, Mao, and George W. Bush combined. This is the new manifestation of evil in the world, and we must fight against it. He will not divide us. We must resist. We need to get Antifa on this. We need to get MS-13 on this. We need to send MS-13 to Bethesda, Maryland, before it's too late. We need the Boy Scouts. Tamriel Tomes are a new way for players to earn a wide array of terrible rewards that nobody wants. It's always going to be potions and poisons. Oh. We want to make sure everyone can participate in it so we can trap them. So we can trap them in our evil stuff. Okay, but you get seals, cosmetics, trade bars, all for free. If you pay for it, you get to just unlock it whenever you feel like it. Trade bars will never be sold for crowns. You progress the tome with tome points. 5 new weekly challenges every week. You can re-roll them if you want. There are also seasonal challenges. Simplifying fragmented reward systems. They're combining the endeavors and daily login rewards into this. You can learn more about that in this article or in my incredibly hilarious video. I think I've covered the whole Tamriel Tomes thing enough now. It is what it is. Cry about it if you feel like you need to. The Gold Coast Bazaar goes live today, apparently. The selection of products and pricing is not representative of what will be live when U49 launches. It's to test functionality and address any bugs. Okay. Located in the Crown Store UI as its own dedicated tab. It's home to mounts, pets, outfits, and even gameplay items. All items in the bazaar will be purchasable with trade bars. Our new currency replacing event tickets. I also have an article or a video on this. Previously sourced in Golden Pursuits and from other promotions. There are going to be seasonal things that go through it, and also the evergreen Gold Coast wares. Those stay there. The seasonal ones rotate through. But apparently that is now out. If anybody is on PC, or I guess Mac, and wants to look at this and tell me if it's there, and if it works, that's great. I do feel I'm a bit disappointed here. I was imagining because Gold Coast is now for free in the game. I was thinking this would be something where we'd actually go there and interact with an NPC in a market. There'd be an actual bazaar, but it's just part of the UI. Whatever. Oh, you use Almalexi's lantern because it actually creates light. Lion in the Pride, do you have the treasure hunter personality? Because that torch can also be super useful for that same purpose. That's coming back in the shop this month. So you can learn more about the Gold Ghost Bazaar in the article or in my video on the subject. Base game expands. This is all live, available today. You now get the Warden plus Imperial City, Orsinium, Thieves Guild, and Dark Brotherhood for free. Somehow, somebody's paying for it, though. Someone always pays. Total insanity. Okay. Um, to see what content is owned on your account, including this free stuff, go to collections, visit collectibles, stories, etc. Okay. So we are hard at work on the delivery system for the new ESO Plus currencies. These won't be available week 1. Want to make sure we outline what will be available to ESO Plus members. I haven't done my video on this yet. I'm going to. Yeah, definitely get that treasure hunter personality. Lion in the Pride. So you're going to get 10% plus tome points from challenges, as well as a cache of tome points and 1 premium tome token per month. And then if you get 12 premium tome tokens, you'll be able to get a premium plus bonus tome of your choice. The cap on transmute crystals is tripled, whether you have ESO Plus or not, but it's up to 3,000 now. Furnishing limit increases for ESO Plus, but again, I think that's for also non-ESO Plus players. And then you get doubled antiquity timers for ESO Plus. And this is the first time I'm seeing this. The timer is now increased up to 1 year for ultimate leads. Dang, what? You have a year to do that. And now this is controversial, but suck it up, Buttercup. Solstice is now going to be included for free in ESO Plus. Wait, actually, why is this even controversial? Because, man, it's just painful sometimes. Every year when we get to the new content, they always started bundling the previous year's DLC in ESO Plus. Right? Like, am I missing something here? This is just the same as it's always been. But you have these people saying, why did I even pay for the content pass last year if everyone's getting it for free now? Like, because you got to play it then. Because that was then and this is now. Like, some companies do this, and I kind of disagree with this practice. But like, if you buy something and then they put it on sale, they will refund you the difference. That's pretty rare, and it usually applies to like a limited window of like maybe 3 to 6 months after purchase, right? This is completely insane. People being mad that these, 10-year-old DLCs are now free. I paid $30 for Dark Brotherhood in 2015. What do you mean it's free now? Like, I don't think some people are saying like this is lack of education in the country, in the Western world in general. I don't know. I think it's just more like general mental illness. Just people being severely neurotic. And then probably compounding that with psychotropics. Like, and then of course, demon possession. I just complete insanity. So they do have an article on this that I have not yet covered. I'll do a video on that maybe soon. I don't know. We'll see. Seems weird that the Gold Bazaar isn't in the Gold Coast. Yeah, exactly. They said in the stream they extended it so you don't feel rushed getting the ultimate leads, but I didn't hear them say that it was extended to a year. That's crazy. This is how it's always been, Hunter. They're just advertising it more. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Skill holiday XP boost. That sounds like some like made for TV Hallmark Christmas movie about gamers or something. What is this? For the first week of PTS, we're testing a new bonus event to help you catch up in skill ranks. This applies to changes impacting whether the layout of a skill tree, either the layout of a skill tree or the effects of a given ability. Okay, so your skills level faster. That's cool. You're glad they do it, Phoenix. My WoW friend is interested in playing ESO because of all the free stuff. Yeah. You nailed it in your latest video. Lion the Pride, Misery Loves Company. Some people just don't want to be happy with anything. Yeah. Dude, I just don't know. Not swapping bars is going to be nice. Yeah, for real. For me too, especially because, man, I just swap bars all the time. Just swapping here, swapping there. I haven't taken my Oaken Soul off since High Isle, guys. That thing is filthy. It needs to go through a jewelry cleaner. I'm starting to get like, some sores on my finger. That ring needs to that ring has not left my character's finger. When I get to level 50, every single new character gets the Oaken Soul. What I don't know is if you will get back bar XP even when you have the Oaken Soul on. My guess is probably yes. I don't see why the Oaken Soul would stop you from getting back bar XP. But I don't think that's been officially uh, addressed. We'll have to see. So there have been some combat refreshes, like majorly. Like this is some big stuff, guys. The Dragon Knight and two-handed skill styles have both seen updates to their visual effects and audio effects. That's the thing. Okay, so the visual effects are one thing, but the audio, I mean, it sounds like Elden Ring or something. Like it sounds like some modern high quality game. Like the sounds of the Dragon Knight, and especially the two-hand abilities, are just off the hook. It's crazy. They off the chain, boy. These updates range from simple upgrades to some that are larger in scope and add completely new visual or audio language. They're going to be in Esperanto from now on. Each of their class skill line passives now also include flavor text to help ignite your passion in the bedroom. With help ignite your imagination while giving more insight into how their powers are contextualized in the game. Yeah, no, Blade Shark, it's crazy. It looks so much better. Really does. Many Dragon Knight abilities and passives have seen functionality and balance updates and efforts to help reinforce their core identity. Existing character progression of the impacted abilities and skill lines will be updated. Characters who have leveled an ability or a skill line should see that progression respected automatically. This applies to both specific abilities and their morph progression. So if you've already leveled these skills, even if they switch the skill around, you should still have them be leveled. This should apply to all Dragon Knight characters. When U49 goes live, a bonus event will run that helps players catch up in skill ranks for times when we make significant changes. Like they were talking about that above. This is just completely, they just wrote this in here twice, copy and paste. Okay. This marks the beginning of our combat refresh effort. So people have been complaining about like the combat being floaty or looking or sounding bad. They're fixing that. That is probably the number one complaint, whether it's entirely valid or not, that people have about the game. And it's getting fixed. Wow. So, but ESO's dead game, maintenance mode. It's on its way out. Okay, we're getting 2 new houses, Buccaneer Bay and Knight's Den. Cool. Whatever. I have so many houses, who cares? Focus on new structural furnishing recipes. Okie dokie. Lots of new recipes for furnishings. Player experience improvements. Now, this is what matters here. Accounts, outfit slots are now account wide. So I know people have like 4 or 5 outfit slots on each character. They have like 20 characters. I mean, people are going to have like 100 outfit slots now on each character. Um, wait a minute. No, never mind. Any previously purchased outfit slots have been converted to a total maximum of 10. Okay, it's not going to be that crazy. You can only have a maximum of 10. Okay. You can now earn experience on your back bar from all sources equally to the front ability bar. That's cool, but again, I don't know how that applies to O console. Bag and bank cost reduction. We have reduced the gold cost to upgrade your bag and bank by nearly 50%. This always did seem to be like too high. It seemed like egregiously high to upgrade these things. Like they were really just pushing you to the crown store to buy them there. You don't really have 140,000 gold, do you? But you can just pay real money to upgrade your bag in the store. You insert Squidward laugh here. You haven't upgraded your bag yet? But they've also reduced the cost of the crown store upgrades. Okay. This is pretty cool. You don't have to wear the ugly ass tabard to show off your guild. You just select your guild in the guild nameplate drop down that is now going to be in the character screen. Nameplate visibility is controlled in settings. Yeah, of course. We've removed the equipment bonus information from the character sheet and moved the Mundus information into the space. What? We found the equipment bonus information did not successfully communicate the intended information, but I liked my 4 or 5 gold stars. It made me feel like a good boy. You know, I don't get my gold stars anymore. Dead game, uninstall, break PS5. Took away my gold stars. What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? So I didn't even notice this. I haven't been selling stuff in guild stores for the longest time. Whenever I get anything of value, I just donate it. I just put it in my guild bank or I just give it away in the guild chat. I just don't. I make enough gold doing other things. I'm just tired of like, how many fake shekels can I get for this? Oi! Like, I get people like doing this, but I just got, so I didn't even know. I didn't even know that they reduced the guild trader listing window from 30 to 14 days. But now they're putting it back. Okay. This is probably the biggest win for me. I mean, people have I don't know how many hours I've spent at the outfit station. Hundreds. And so many times I've had to select the option. Like I've spent hundreds of thousands of gold running around from guild traders, finding that specific piece that will look the most like I'm not wearing anything. Like I'm not trying to run around naked or anything, but sometimes on a character, you just don't want to have a chest armor. You don't want to have gloves or feet or something, right? But if you didn't want to wear hands or feet, you had to do the prisoner sandals and the freaking handcuffs from the introductory mission, right? This is big. This is big. For our fashion end gamers, you are now better able to customize your characters by also hiding your gloves, boots, belt, pants, and chest pieces. I mean, this is one of those things that just tells me, like, damn, they are listening. They are actually giving us the things that we want. Instead of like, what is it like in The Simpsons, like the OG Simpsons, like Homer gets Marge a bowling ball for her birthday so that he can use it, right? That's what they've been doing this whole time. They've been getting us bowling balls on our birthdays for their own damn purposes. But they're actually giving us the things we want now. Amazing. Amazing. Vendors with items you can't purchase because you don't meet the requirements, they're put at the bottom of the list. Okay, cool. I didn't notice that before, but that's cool. Um, Increased furnishing slots. All except notable homes will increase their furnishing slot limits. Some homes have been recategorized to better align the size categories across the board. Okay. So for staple homes, these are the increases. And of course, it's doubled for ESO Plus members. So 75 to 150. For classic homes, it's 250 to the 250 to 500. The collectible slots, like most of mine are classic homes. And this means that I will have a lot more room to put mounts and pets out. That's just like for me. Wait, the Snug Pod is now going to be a classic home, but it's tiny. Okay, whatever. Guys, hack, if you don't have this, the Snug Pod is one of the best homes to get in the game. It's only 40K. And Elden Root is one of the best trading hubs in the game. And this allows you to port directly to it for no cost. Go get the Snug Pod if you don't have it. They gave us a dungeon about goblins. You want another Dwemer dungeon? Yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of reminds me of how people are saying there's no new dungeons, but we're getting another dungeon. Holy. Okay, so these have been changed from classic to notable. Like my Alinor Crest, that's one of my favorite houses. It's going to have more room in it now, looks like. Gornier Estate, too, is now notable. Okay, I'll take that. These are two of my favorite houses I have. So I'm going to have a lot more room in the Gornier Estate, too. Hey, Clint, welcome. Yep. ESO Plus members get 3K transmute crystals, 1,500 for non-members. Okay. Outfit tokens and mimic stones. Two items that I feel like are completely useless and I never use. They are now giving you more ways to get them. Okay, total L, but I appreciate what they're trying to do here. Just get rid of these. They're completely useless. We're getting a lot of new mounts sold for gold, including a brand new one. And oh, in the stable, you're actually going to have the new mounts visible in the area. That's cool. When you train with a stable master, upon selecting capacity, stamina, or speed, you'll now receive 3 upgrades instead of the previous one. So if you want to upgrade your speed, it doesn't just give you 1%, it gives you 3%. The riding lessons, however, only give a single upgrade, kind of disincentivizing you from buying them in the crown store, actually. Simple leads are still 30 days, but the rest of them, wow, you get 120 for green, 180 for blue, 240 for purple, and a whopping 360 days for ultimate leads. If you have ESO Plus, it's half that if you don't. That's crazy. We've reduced the time to be able to fully research crafting traits by over 50%. And the max cap is 10 days. Now, this is one I kind of feel a little bit salty about as someone who grinded through Grandmaster Crafter when it was way harder. But look, I mean, people shouldn't be mad that something that you worked hard to get is easier to get for them. That's just total boomer ideology. That's bootstrapping it while you already have your yacht. Well, it should be just as hard for you to get your yacht as it was to get mine. Yes, shut up, boomer. Boomer frickin' ideology. When are the boomers going to go extinct again? How long do I have to wait? I have like a calendar on my wall. Like, you know, in a prison where you like scratch each day and then days until total boomer death. Too many. Too many days. To better support your being able to play your way, we've made the cost to respec both skill and attributes to be 0 gold and added their functionality directly to the UI screens. There's a small cooldown to decrease impact on game performance. Like, what do I mean by small? I guess we'll find out. You can't respect while in vengeance or in combat. Uh, Respect skills in your inventory will be sellable for gold. Okay, I was kind of wondering what's going to happen to those. Stackable treasure maps. Oh. Oh man, that felt like being constipated and then taking a giant dump. How many of my tunes have constipated inventories where I have a treasure map that I can't put in my bank because I already have one? That's gonna be the same, but they will arrive unopened. So at least you can just put the unopened ones all in your bank together. Oh. They'll be consumed when opening the chest rather than when you dig up the mound. Okay. Leaving the area of the mound or the chest will cause it to despawn. Yeah, I've destroyed so many treasure maps too. Oh, the 100 Brits part is easy. The only thing that's difficult sometimes is getting all the motifs, but you can just it's count wide now, right? So you can just do like the 10, 12 basic motifs of the base game races um on all your different characters. That's a good way to do that one. Yeah, just grind out your writs, you got it. GMC is gonna be a lot easier to get now. Okay, cool. You're gonna be able to upgrade your bag within the UI. What are we gonna do with all the laid off bag vendors? Like, what is his name? Quaranon. Good old Quaranon in Vocal Guard. What are they gonna do with him now? He needs a job. Maybe he can go be an ICE officer. I hear they're hiring. So you'll be able to become a vampire now with an actual NPC or a werewolf. So you don't have to wait for somebody to bite you, and you don't buy it out of the crown store. Okay, if you've done the quest and been cured, you'll be able to instantly get back to being a vampire or a werewolf and get your skill lines back. You can also convert other people into vamps or werewolves at these shrines. Okay. Gold, it doesn't cost gold to cure anymore. And also, you can't pay to be either bitten or cured in the crown store. Huge quality of life benefit. Yeah, Lavendel, I'm in a similar place. Your bank is full of the treasure maps and you sell them for 100 gold. Yeah, but now these people stack them up and just bang them out when Zeal of Zenithar hits. Well, it looks like you're still going to be able to bite people, but there's not going to be a need to wait for people. You'll still be able to do it, thankfully. And improvements to the zone guide. The zone guide, you'll be able to choose a specific type of location to track. It will then guide you to new locations. I don't know what that means. I guess we'll kind of have to see as we go. Whatever. Known issues. Moving on. Combat and abilities. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go through this in like any great amount of detail, guys. There's just a lot. There's a lot. And I've already been going with this for quite a while. Um, I don't know. I'll get some coffee, be right back. I'll think about it. But it's worth going through this. And I'll probably go through at least some of it, but like all of the infinite changes to Dragon Knight and the other classes. They have a whole article on the Dragon Knight changes. I don't think there's much more new in here. I might just skim through some parts, but more coffee first. Hang on. Yeah, just summing up this section, I don't think there's ever been a patch in the game's history with this many player experience improvements. And they could have done a better job advertising the night market initially, but it's gonna have monster sets. I'm definitely gonna get to that. It's gonna have the essentially the equivalent of a dungeon. So get over it, hippie. Okay. Fix an issue with bracing where you can become stuck. Okay. Resurrection is less frustrating. The act of casting resurrect on an ally can now be done while moving. Oh, that's cool. Casting resurrect will now limit your movement speed to 10% to retain the sense of risk and skill, but you don't have to stand still. That's cool. Casting resurrect now allows you to phase through NPC enemies. Oh, well, nice. Okay. The Dragon Knight has seen many changes to abilities to better diversify the distribution of role based tools in each skill line. These adjustments are meant to lean into the existing core identity of the Dragon Knight while simultaneously trying to improve underrepresented roles such as support. So again, there is all this information is in an article they did already, and this is just some pretty nitty-gritty stuff as to how all these abilities are changing. I like it. It's a lot of good stuff, but I'm not going to stop here and read out every single word. This is cool though, where Dragon Leap now like actually works and it isn't janky and insane. I think this is word for word from the article they put out though. I don't think there's nothing. I'm recognizing a lot of the phrasing here. There's absolutely nothing new here that wasn't in the article. I like how Fiery Grip is now called Chains of Flame. Like some of the name changes are awesome. I'm definitely starting a new DK once this all starts. And there are a few changes in the other classes. There's some small changes for Nightblade, but it looks like it's basically just bug fixes. Wait a second. Master Assassin no longer displays its effects in your character sheet. This passive was treating you as a valid target in its calculation for UI results. And since entering your character sheet visibly turns your character to face you on your client, but your actual character remains facing forward, it would count as a success of you flanking yourself. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I have a Khajiit Dragon Knight, but I want to make a new one for this. They fix a visual issue with Crystal Weapon, which I've never really used. So, whoop de doo. They also fixed an issue with Radiant Destruction, where the visual effects get stuck on the wrong target. Okay, cool. The one like actual buff they did to anything here is the ultimate and the Berserker's Rage morphs duration lasts for 12 seconds up to 8. Onslaught now also grants penetration and 100% critical strike chance for 5 seconds rather than only granting penetration for direct damage attacks for 8 seconds. Okay. Small changes and buffs to two-handed skills as well. Oh wait, there's actually a lot more for two-handed. Uppercut, momentum, berserker rage, they all get some changes here. They've updated the animation for elemental explosion, describing skills so you are not knocked out of the first person perspective when casting. Okay, cool. For first person users, like Lion and the Pride here. And critically, they fixed an issue with the randomized feature at outfit stations where they were pretending your companion had a headgear spot. Who uses randomize? Ugh. Okay, itemization and item sets. Okay. Uh Fix an issue with many sets that required you to enter combat to derive their effects, but they would fail to reapply their effects if you died and resurrected while not leaving combat. That is a good fix to make. But we have a new antiquity from the night market. Looks pretty cool. Definitely not anything I'll take Oaken Soul off for, but basically it gives you superpowers if you don't use your ultimate. The Shattered Path's Signet increases your damage done with status effects by 1% for every ultimate you have. Both the current and maximum damage is halved against players. While you have 170 or more ultimate, your light and heavy attacks apply a random status effects up to once every 4 seconds, but it also applies minor timidity to you, which I think is a brand new effect, consuming one ultimate every 1.5 seconds while in combat. Very interesting idea here. Yes, it's quite interesting as I continue to wear my Oaken Soul for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not going to want it, but cool. And then we have 3 new monster masks and, shoulders to go with the dungeon type content that will be in the night market. Not having any new dungeons makes the game more expensive regardless of its price. Someone really said that. It's like, well, what if the price is free? How can you be more expensive than free? Like, oh man, it's been a week, dude. Just people going fucking ape shit. Like, okay, Thousand Eyes gives you crit chance on just the one piece, and then it applies this effect called Shivved. Hey, this looks pretty cool. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but all of these look really interesting. Like very interesting and unique effects for the mask and shoulder sets. And this one applies brittle to enemies or gives you restoration of magic and stamina and for your whole group. Cool idea. The ruckus, uh, it makes you enraged. I don't know. These all do some pretty cool stuff. The point is, we're getting actual monster sets. We're getting 3 new monster sets just with this patch. Stop crying, everyone. There's a new PvP set called Gore Thief. Has some pretty good perks in the first 3. And then you get this thing called Blood Thief, which heals you. But if you get to max stacks, you can bash an enemy, consume all the stacks, and deal bleed damage, sorry, to enemies all around you within 8 meters. Free really means having to give up your first and third child. It's a Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of new gear and sets. They fixed some stuff. They made some changes to things that are not Oaken Soul, so I don't care. They changed the music in a shop in Gonfalon Bay to make it less scary. Okay. They fixed some stuff in Solstice, a lot of stuff in Solstice. There were so many bugs in Solstice, and I'm glad they're fixing them because that was ridiculous. Okay, there are actually some really important updates for Cyrodiil here. Nephalium, I never thought I'd hear people complain about stuff being free. I mean, me too. We live in some innovative times, don't we? Okay. In Cyrodiil, Battle Spirit now has a heal over time modifier. Great. Okay, whatever. This is the one I care about because I absolutely hate Cyrodiil for this reason. Because it takes forever to get anywhere. But now when you're on the road in Cyrodiil, it offers a bonus to movement speed, whether you're on foot or mounted, as long as you're not in combat. Nice. Like travel times between keeps going down, I don't know how much, but I assume it's more than like 5% or something. This might make Cyrodiil more attractive to me. They fixed a bug in a few keeps that allowed you to just jump into the inner area. There's no limitation when queuing between similar types of campaigns. Leaderboards now go up to 500 entries and are no longer separated by class. Three-sided battlegrounds are coming back, but only on certain weekends, which I find stupid. They just make them available all the time. But I guess they're making sure people actually want them. They've made a few changes to a couple of the maps to make it so that you can't just spawn camp people as easily. Now, this, I help me make sense of this, okay? You can't queue for another campaign while in Imperial City if you have 100 Telvar. This annoys the crap out of me because the way that I would get out, like during White Strakes, the way that I would get out of Imperial City instead of, using a recall stone or finding my way back through a hole is I would just swap over to Cyrodiil really quick and then come back. Like, what's wrong with that? Why can't I do that? But they're making it so you can't do that anymore. And I just don't know why. I'm not happy about this. I don't know why they did this. Why would they do this? I have no idea. Serial needed to be fixed. I mean, yeah, it needs more fix than this, but the ability to move faster between keeps does help. Free stuff, what a joke. Yeah, right, on mechanized. How dare you give me 3 things? How dare you offer me free things? I'm not paying, it must be garbage content, exactly. Yeah, but I don't get this change to Imperial City. It makes the whole thing more annoying to me, but, I'll survive. They fixed an audio problem in Vardenfell. Uh, Dude, who cares? They fixed an issue with the Soothing Blue Fate Carver. I don't know. I see a lot of these around. Apparently, it was showing up as the green one to other players sometimes. Fixed some customized actions. Added all this crap to the base game. Not crap. It's really actually relevant. They're giving a lot of DLCs away for free, and so these are no longer in the store. You can now also buy the Solstice DLC in the store. It includes both sides. Event tickets have been converted into trade bars, exchange rate of 1 event ticket to 100 trade bars, just like I suspected. The Impresario's assistant no longer sells hide shoulders. Okay. It looks like they're getting rid of morphing collectibles because they're getting rid of the help entries. And now the consumption of the pet was removed from all previous combining and morphing collectibles. I love how they used both to wit and ergo in the same paragraph. Ergo, you will no longer have to re-earn the pet after combining any subsequent collectible. Nor, and they also use nor here. Suddenly went all old timey on us. What is this? Nor is the pet required to do so. They just like had some dude from Victorian England come out to write just this one paragraph. Not complaining. That's awesome. Morphing collectibles don't consume the pet anymore. Nice to Nephallium. That means you will have 1,200 trade bars when this rolls out. Though we'll probably use these in White Strakes before all this happens. I do have to say, my incentive to play the game now, like between now and when this comes out, has gone down massively. because it's gonna be so much better when this all rolls out that I just, like, every time I upgrade my horse every day, for instance, I'm like, "Dang, why am I doing this?" Every time I collect the login rewards, I'm like, "Man, this is not over yet." And another thing is the way this is working is it looks like you get the Battle Pass Plus thing I immediately if you buy 12 months of ESO Plus, but I'm pretty sure my subscription is coming up for renewal before these changes roll out. So I might actually cancel ESO Plus, like I was saying in my video as a joke, but I might actually cancel it for about a month, um, to wait to resubscribe once the changes come out. So I gotta think about that. Fix an issue where going to the Hidden Spring Cottage would set your companion's mount back to default? That's weird. You stopped upgrading your mounts till it rolls out? Yeah, I might have to as well. They fixed some furnishings. Ba-ba-da-ba-der. Fix some rare crashes. There will now be audio cues when you upgrade your mounts and when you do a skill respec. Uh, bu- there's a couple more important things down here though. Added screen narration to the gamepad bag space purchase screen. Okay, now they made some changes here to the gamepad UI, and I'm not sure if this means that they're going to be on console as well or just on PC. We'll have to probably wait until the actual patch comes out, but there's one thing in here that is super important to me. Added vertical offset camera settings. This is something people have been asking me about for a while. Like, why do we not have the ability to change the vertical offset as well as horizontal offset in the camera? But it looks like they're doing this for the whole gamepad UI, which would make me very surprised if it didn't come to console as well. We will have to see. But now also there's this. Gamepad video options are now as consistent as possible with video options on keyboard. Could this mean, I'm not saying it does, but could this mean that they are coming out with even more available video options on console? My guess is probably not, but it's definitely intriguing. And some localization for people speaking fake languages in fake countries that don't exist because America number one. Maybe Europe exists. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Lavendula, I wonder if it'll count into part of 12 months for the free premium thing. Yeah. I, I I feel like it's when you buy it. That's what it said in the article, is it applies when you buy it. Unmechanized, you always want to make them make oh, none of your characters ride the same mounts. Yeah. Lion in the Pride, what do you think about having companions that can do your treasure maps and surveys? They have to be leveled up or have gear restrictions. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be really cool to have pets or companions or something that automate some of these tasks, right? That just go off and do things. I think there's precedent in other games for this. Like, I don't know, I'm thinking about Pal World for some reason, like totally different type of game, but where you can just kind of set your little minions to go do things, right? Or even other games where like pets go and pick up gold or materials for you, like in Diablo 4. I think having more capabilities of the companion or maybe even your non-combat pet, like maybe your pet could go loot enemies for you so you don't actually have to click on them. That would be cool. I think that there's a lot more that they could do with. with pets and companions in general. But there we go. We got to the end. There is also this article about the player experience improvements, but I don't think it really offers much more than what we've been able to cover so far in the PTS. So I'm just going to skip that. Um, yeah, yeah, that's fine. All right. So I am going to finish up here, guys. We have came and saw and conquered. Yeah, so I agree with you guys. That'd be really cool to have more functionalities of your pet, your companion. But that's what's coming. That's what's coming in this PTS. Yeah, and I went through like a real Pal World stint a while back, and was working on this beautiful like all glass house. I had all the pals going around doing things for me all the time. There's one particular pal that is Kitsune. Is just like so awesome. I freaking love that one. Um, one of my kids' friends, they play Pal World, and they kind of want to play. I don't know, they could probably handle it, but like it's pretty complex and it's stressful. Like it's my problem with all these survival games is keeping track of all these different things all the time. Like, uh-oh, my pets are tired. They got to go to bed. Oh, this one's overworked. Like he's going to form a labor union and go on strike. Like survival games stress me out. They're fun, but only like I played V Rising for quite a while too, but it's got to be the same thing where it's like you just have to keep track of all this stuff constantly, and it's like not fun for me. So whatever. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. Dragon Knight and two-handed weapons are going ape. Um, what I really found was to be like the most important from all this is the fact that the night market is much more in depth than we were expecting. I'm gonna be getting that gold die for sure. And we are getting both a dungeon and a mini trial, it looks like, as part of it. And these will give you uh they will give you monster sets. There was also a new PvP set coming. So there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, people were saying there's no dungeon. I mean, nope. Wrong. Sorry. There's gonna be a new dungeon. There's even gonna be a new I mean, I can't imagine it's gonna be like a full trial, right? But a 12-player experience within this. So I feel like they really undersold Night Market during the stream, and that was their own fault. They didn't even get close to explaining everything that's happening with it. But now in the PTS, we understand what's coming. Hang on, guys. My wife's calling me. One second. Then she's just out in the driveway calling me, but okay, I think she couldn't get the garage door open. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, wife and the kids are home, so this is a good time for me to finish up. But, yeah, the overall difficulty settings, it doesn't look like they're covering that in PTS. There's some various other things they're not covering in PTS this time around. So, um, yeah, we're not hearing anything about that. We're not hearing anything about Werewolf yet, but that should be when we get to the actual release of the patch, that should be involved in there. But yeah, this doesn't cover everything, but there's a lot that is being covered, and I hope this was helpful. I got a chance to vent and complain about some of the fire that I've been under these days, based on my opinion. That again, like it's just my opinion, guys. Like it's okay for y'all to have a different opinion, and people getting so upset about a word. It's crazy to me. Language is in a bad state psychologically en masse. Like people have a bad relationship with language. But yep, I'm gonna get out of here. I have to look up overcooked on mechanized. That sounds interesting. My computer's acting weird. I'm gonna restart it after this. It's been I think the cameras been messing up the whole stream. not as noticeable when it's small, but whatever. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks, Hunter. Thanks, Nephalium. Thanks, Unmechanized. Thank you, Lion in the Pride. Thanks, everybody who's been commenting and part of the stream today. I'm just gonna finish up with a quick prayer. Lord, thank you for these changes coming to ESO. Please bless the team. Please help them make these changes a reality. Please help them receive the feedback they need from the PTS. They're back. They're back. Please bless my family, bless my wife and my children. Bless my channel. Thank you for the channel. Thank you for my audience, Lord. I give all glory to you. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Okay. Got to go help the family, crying baby, whatnot. Oh, Perk, you got here right at the end. Well, it's it's all gonna be there in a recap in just a second. Woke up to a Spope stream, so it's already a good day. Thanks, man. Thank you, everybody. God bless you guys. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Enjoy the PTS if you're on PC, and I will see you all soon. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to just like kind of let this end slowly because it cuts off the end if I don't. So I'll switch over back to the covering the patch notes for a minute. And I'll see y'all later. Take it easy, guys. God bless you.